On Christmas Eve, St. Nick Claus drinks at a bar in Bristol where he mourns to a shopping centre St. Nick how the children have started to lose their Christmas soul and have become progressively materialistic. He leaves on his sled pulled by his reindeer, stunning and enchanting the bar's barkeep, before inadvertently retching on her from his sled. Jason Lightstone, his alienated spouse Linda, and their little girl Trudy travel to the wide-open house of Jason's well-off and unrefined mother Gertrude to observe Christmas at her luxurious domain that has been supported by the productive privately run company. They are joined by Jason's alcoholic sister Alva, her new beau and wannabe activity star Morgan Steele, and Alva's child Bertrude. In the wake of acknowledging he didn't take Trudy to the shopping center to see St. Nick, Jason entreats Linda to make up with him, with Jason promising to leave his place of employment working for Gertrude and abandon everything. He finds an old walkie-talkie which he provides for Trudy to converse with St. Nick. St. Nick shows up at the Lightstone home to convey presents, while the catering staff and a few workers uncover themselves to be essential for a gathering of hired fighters, drove by a man known as Mr. Tightwad, where they all utilization Christmas code names, and kidnap the family. St. Nick gets into a battle with one of the partners in crime whose gunfire drives off the reindeer. St. Nick incidentally kills the colleague while a line of Christmas lights hauls him through of the window and is speared on an icicle improvement outside. St. Nick later kills another partner in crime, wounding him in the eye with a tree clincher, prior to connecting it and shocking him. Taking the partner in crime's walkie-talkie, St. Nick unintentionally tracks down Trudy's channel and, seeing that she is on his decent rundown, chooses to assist with saving her while likewise observing that every one of the hired fighters are on his underhanded rundown. Throughout the evening, it is uncovered that Mr. Tightwad is after $300 million given to the Lightstone organization to pipe oil into the Center East, yet was taken by Gertrude and kept in the house's vault. At the point when Trudy's walkie-talkie is found, Jason and Linda endeavor to persuade the soldiers of fortune that Trudy is just playing pretend. At the point when she will not come, Jason tells her that St. Nick isn't genuine, making her frantically get away in the upper room. Over the walkie, St. Nick uncovers that before he was St. Nick, he was a Viking champion. He affirms to her that he is truly by informing her regarding the letters she kept in touch with him. St. Nick is kidnapped by Tightwad, who needs to demolish Christmas since his dad was laid off in his experience growing up, so he never had a decent Christmas. He slipped into a house to take gifts and unintentionally caused the demise of an old man. Tightwad and his colleagues Gingerbread and Candy Stick are paralyzed when St. Nick uncovers his insight into their characters before Santa Claus gets away from through the smokestack. Gertrude's kill crew shows up to the house, yet they are on Tightwad's finance, killing Morgan simultaneously. The crew's commandant Thorpe opens the vault, which doesn't contain anything. With a weapon to Linda's head, Jason admits that he took the cash and was intending to escape with Linda and Trudy, which shocks everybody except Gertrude, who gained of this from Jason's gift that she had to open by Penny Pincher's lead colleague Krampus, yet recognized as a component of a Lightstone transitional experience. St. Nick retreats to a shed where he finds a mallet. Propelled, he severely butchers the kill crew prior to racing to save Trudy. Higher up, Trudy makes traps propelled by Home Alone. This prompts Gingerbread being killed by a bowling ball driving a nail into his head. Candy Stick gets away from her snares and plans to kill Trudy, yet she is saved by St. Nick, who kills Treat Stick. The family is taken outside by Tightwad and Commandant Thorpe. Jason gives up the cash, yet Tightwad expects to kill the family at any rate. St. Nick shows up, driving Penny Pincher, Leader Thorpe and the excess fighters to escape. St. Nick collides with an old lodge in the forest where Miser, tracking down the rundown, recognizes Santa Claus is genuine, however needs to kill him to end Christmas. Penny Pincher gains the advantage, yet St. Nick flies up the lodge's fireplace, killing Miser's body. Officer Thorpe shoots St. Nick, yet he is killed by Gertrude. St. Nick capitulates to his injuries. Trudy can get her family to trust in St. Nick, and consume $500,000 paper cash to keep St. Nick's body warm. Ultimately, St. Nick is resuscitated, shocking the family and St. Nick himself. The reindeer return and St. Nick says farewell to Trudy prior to taking off to complete the process of conveying presents with his motivation and love for Christmas restored.